Hopefully it won't cost me an arm and a leg.
If you're involved, it probably will, yeah.
Did you tune out? You just tuned out. Guys. Welcome back to another video, my angel friends. And I am so excited about what's happening on this vlog because so many of you are giving me positive feedback. Makes me so happy because so much time and energy goes into this, and the car is packed. And guess where we're going? We are going
To the beach house.
to the beach house. Okay, so with our dog. Whoa, please don't crash. Husky, there he is. That's our baby dog. So nobody loves the beach more on the planet than Oscar Man. Followed by...
The last 6 months, we haven't even been to the beach.
Exactly. We have not been to the beach house in 7 months. He said since October of 2023, which is a crime because we bought the beach house during COVID when everybody thought it would be a wonderful idea to buy second homes. Those of us who, of course, were fortunate enough to do it. It is the smallest, tiniest house on the entire strip. Literally, is it not the smallest house ever? It's the smallest house ever. But it's literally on 50 linear feet of beach. So we don't care how tiny the house is. It's like, you guys know the show Tiny Living? That's what it is. It's literally tiny houses. So we got it because everybody wanted an escape, and the beach was a great escape. And I think we spent half the year there, I feel like, during COVID. We're there every day, practically. And then we'd come back and forth. It was a nice time and a nice opportunity to be able to really bond with the kids. And since then, we've decided we want to go as much as possible. However, one thing that I'm sharing with you, and the reason I'm talking about this, is that we are going to be doing a complete demo of the beach house. And I might have shown this to you in a different video. As much as we love tiny living, we also would like other family members to be able to join us. Going to demo the house, which is my specialty, as you guys know, demo away, and then we are going to build an incredible beach house. So this is going to be a 2-year project. We've already started on the architecture, and I'm going to show you guys along the way. Basically, I'm the architect. Let's be honest here. I've changed literally everything the architect has suggested. Not that they're bad, they're great, but I have ideas that make people turn their heads like this, like the dogs do. They're like, what? And I'm like, yes, that's what I want. So pushing the envelope, doing a beach house that is probably more in line with what you would see in Australia on the beach. Like really interesting, really different. Hopefully it won't cost me an arm and a leg. What do you think?
If you're involved, it probably will, yeah.
I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to be cost efficient, which is very hard. When you like arches and when you like plaster and when you like good materials, it's really hard not to. But I am going to keep it completely friendly. And what I mean by that is it's not going to be precious. I'm not going to be worried about people coming in and out with sand and sandy feet and dogs coming over. Like, I want this to be livable. So I'm going to use commercial grade products, which I really believe in using, such as commercial grade flooring, commercial grade certain performance fabrics, counters that are not marble. We are not doing marble. We might do quartzite, guys. Quartzite is an outdoor material. Well, all marble is outdoor, but needs a lot of maintenance. Quartzite doesn't. I might even do quartz. Honey, I said the word. Oh boy, I said it. But I might, because I don't want to worry about this house. That's going to be the trick. And you guys can do this in your home. So sound off if there's something in particular you want to learn about during this process that you want me to share with you. By the way, I forgot to mention, I watched my blog that went up recently, and it was the one where I did the makeup tutorial, and I have to apologize because I couldn't believe most of what you see in the vlog I don't rewatch. So whatever happens, happens, and I'm learning how to film because I don't do vlogs. As you guys know, I do more like professional, filmed by others videos every week that come out about interior design. So this vlog thing is very new to me. And I noticed that I was like, and this is how I do my makeup. And it was really horrifying. So if I horrified you guys, please note that I will not be doing that style of makeup. I will make sure that the camera is pointing in the right direction and that you guys can see really well what I'm doing with makeup. Although I got a lot of positive feedback. So if you guys like that makeup tutorial, I have to tell you something. I'm going to do more of them because I love makeup. I need some Devon Man words of wisdom.
Not right now.
Why?
Another day.
Tell me about your pain body.
I'm driving, and I've got a lot of stuff happening at work, and that's basically it.
Can you tell people what you do for work? Because some people ask, and it's easier if you explain what you do.
I have my own talent agency, and I represent people behind the camera, and I have about 100 clients, and they're very busy, thank goodness.
That's all? What kind of client?
Cinematographers, production designers, costume designers, and film editors for film, television, and advertising.
Well, I'm impressed. Should we go out on a date?
I think we already have.
That was one of the reasons I decided to even go out on a date with him. And one day I'll tell you guys the story. Because he's so punctual and so methodical about how he decided to swoon me. Right, honey? You swooned me. He literally, next level, he pulled out all the stops for me to even pay attention to him. And I was in a bad place in my life at the time. I was in the middle of a divorce and not in the mood for anyone. Right, honey? And what did you see?
What did I see?
Yeah, like
beautiful woman.
Other than that?
Hardworking, great mother, great. Sorry, I'm just in the middle. I'm just blocking like an entire intersection. But funny, dynamic, super smart, worldly, classy, chic, beautiful, all kinds of wonderful qualities.
Wow, who is she? I'd like to meet her.
Yeah, me too.
But in all honesty, was it love at first sight?
Yes.
Was it really?
Yeah, you know that.
I know, but it's hard to believe. You still stand by that statement?
Absolutely.
How did you know it was love at first sight? I'm sure some of my audience members would like to know why.
I mean, I met you, and we met at a restaurant in Los Angeles, and we were both going through very tough breakups for different reasons, and I just saw you, and I thought you were just really special.
I basically went out on a blind date with this man, and on my way to the date, which was at Pane Vino, which is this Italian restaurant in Los Angeles. Some of you who are from LA know that place. And driving to the restaurant, I remember crying. I remember crying as I was going on this date because I thought to myself, I can't believe that at this age, with a 1-year-old son, I'm having to go and meet somebody for a blind date. I thought it was the most depressing thing that had ever happened to me. I was feeling very sorry for myself, and I didn't know that there was, of course, a much bigger plan for me that I hadn't even discovered yet. And I should have been grateful and thankful at that time, but I was absolutely depressed. Would you say I was depressed?
I didn't know that when I met you, but yeah. I think you had a lot of expectations in your first marriage, and it didn't work out like most of us do. And it's hard to digest that.
Yeah. Were you sad that you were getting a divorce?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, when you get married for the first time, you think that's it, that you're going to be married forever, and
when your life is built on this idea, and I think a lot of women have this idea that they're going to find happiness and joy the moment they meet the man of their dreams, and then they ultimately marry that man. It is everything that you wished for as a little girl, and you put so much weight on that moment, on the marriage, on the fact that you're married.
But this is such a dumb idea and such an old-fashioned idea that all of a sudden you're going to be happy because you've met somebody. You first have to be happy inside. We've spent the last 4 or 5 decades or 6 decades trying to empower women, and yet these really old-fashioned ideas of you will be happy if you're married are still permeating society, especially for women. And it's a biological thing as well as a cultural thing and a societal thing. And I think it's really it's really not empowering for women at all.
I agree. I mean, for me, it was, coming from a very traditional family who wouldn't allow me ever to live with a man. One of the ideas we had with my first husband is, why don't we live together? And that was absolutely out of the question. So in a way, you're disempowered.
I think you do whatever you want to do that makes you happy and stop living your life based on what society deems to be appropriate or what your parents deem to be appropriate.
So, look, back to the original topic at hand, because I think we digressed. Meeting you...
We digressed?
We digressed. Meeting you, for me, was a very scary proposition. Hence the tears. And I was not pleased with the idea at all. And when you asked me at the end of the day, you said, well, are you available tomorrow night? What did I say?
No.
Then you said, are you available Friday night? What did I say?
No.
Are you available Saturday night? What did I say?
No.
How about Sunday brunch just for like a minute?
Yeah.
So I agreed to the Sunday brunch for just a minute because I actually felt really bad at that point. And that was the beginning of the love affair. But it took me months and months. How long did it take me for you to even get a kiss? Months.
Now we've been together for 20 years.
And I did not marry this man until, are you guys ready for this? 2 years ago. It took me 18 years to say yes. What does that tell you?
You're slow.
But I'm not a slow person. What does that tell you?
Weren't sure.
No, I actually wanted him to beg me every year for 18 years until I said yes. And then I thought, what if I actually marry him and things change? Have things changed between us? They literally haven't. It's exactly the same thing. It's the same misery for the last 20 years. I'm only kidding. But the lesson to be learned that I learned the most,
that you need to find somebody that supports you and encourages you to be the best that you can be. Right? And when I see in marriages that people get jealous when somebody's having success,
yes,
undermine them when they have success,
yes,
and you know, character assassinate. Oh, well, she's never around because she's always working, blah 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 blah, or he's never around. When each member should be able to live their very best life and know that they have, you know, this companion with them that is encouraging them and wanting them to,
do better, be better,
do the best they
work
can.
harder. I absolutely agree with that. And this is part and parcel of what I'm saying with an alpha and a beta. What happens is that when two couples like Devin and I have the same goal in mind, which is literally world domination, for me in interior design and for him in the movie industry, and we're both super driven individuals, we're both workaholics, but we respect and root for each other. Have you guys noticed when you've got a couple that are successful, like a business owner, and they're really successful, is that either they both work in the same business and they're really supportive of one another, or they're both supportive of the other's positions, that those are the ones that do the best, right?
Probably.
So I would say, I guess in conclusion, that what Devin said was really spot on.
They become jealous and insecure, you know, and these are big life kinds of questions and decisions. You know, you have to find something that you love. Hopefully you can find something that you love and that you, pursue it with all the gusto that you can. And in finding relationships and in, being in a relationship, I think the number one mandate is to find somebody that supports you and encourages you.
So girls, you know when you're dating a guy if he's encouraging or not. You just know. Give him good news about your job, or give him good news about something that's gone well in your life, your success, or something good that's happened to you, and see how he reacts. If he's not ultimately, truly, genuinely happy for you, you cannot marry this man. It's really simple. If he's in competition with you, you cannot marry this man. If he's controlling you, that's even worse. You cannot marry this man because you are never going to change them. And that's my second golden nugget of information, is that if you think somebody's going to change, you are sadly mistaken. There is no such thing as change. In fact, they will change to be more annoying than they actually were, or whatever the handicap is that they have. Let's say they're controlling. They're going to be more controlling in the future. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. Oh, did you tune out? You just tuned out, guys. This is my life. All she does is talk and talk and talk. I do talk a lot. How much do I talk, honey?
I started driving, and then I started thinking about my work, and I forgot what you were saying.
Basically, I was saying I'm wonderful.
Oh, you are wonderful.
I'm the best thing that's ever happened.
That's for sure.
And there's no better interior designer in the world.
Absolutely. Hands down. Thumbs up.
And I love you guys because I met one of you today during my Zoom consultations.
And I think the best part of my job is meeting you guys on the other side. So if you see me, come say hi. I get a kick out of it. I love it. I love you guys. I feel that it is because of you that I am where I am today. It wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for your support. I don't take that lightly. Anyway, good things happen for good people. We'll get into that later. Love you guys. We're going to a restaurant called
Gale, Santa Barbara.
The Gale? The Gale in Santa Barbara. I have no idea. We've never been there. Every restaurant we wanted to go to, because we decided to come last minute, was booked. We wanted to go to Santa Ynez Ranch. That's where we were supposed to go. Can't go.
We're going to pick up our friends who live here. They are literally on the way. And we're going to go.
All right, guys, we are about to go to dinner, and I thought I would show you what I'm wearing. So I am wearing my Wardrobe NYC blazer, which I absolutely love. I think I wear this more than any other jacket I've gotten this year. Here's the look. It's oversized. So what you want to do is you want to like put the sleeves up like that. My jeans are Acne Studio. My shoes are Balenciaga. And my belt is YSL. Off we go.
Okay, so we're at a friend's ranch. They have lots and lots and lots of horses, which is why Oscar's freaking out. And they have lots of dogs. And that is why he's uber excited. We came to the town of Montecito for breakfast. And the weather is still quite gloomy.
Why, hello, my dear friends. We're back from the beach. It was a really nice time. We got to relax. And let me tell you, we are now on our way to Holly Hunt. Holly Hunt is one of my favorite showrooms in the world, certainly in LA, where we source a lot of our products. You guys have seen me, for those of you that are followers, because they have some of the most beautiful original artistic pieces, and they have a whole line of furniture and fabric and wallpaper. So today I am going to be looking for fabric swatches and unique wallpapers. So I'm going to take you with me so you see exactly how we do these things behind the scenes and how we come up with a color palette. This is one of my favorite color palettes, so I can't wait to show you. Okay, so these are all of the Holly Hunt fabrics. They have literally a huge library of them. And what one does as a designer is that they fill out the paperwork, meaning they want samples, and then you get to pick the colors that you want. I am interested in beautiful, light, sort of nude blush colors right now. And there are so many good options. Let me show you my chosen combination. So what's great are the rugs here as well, because they come in a variety of colors and patterns. This is the kind of rug I love. It's like a relief, which means it has something that sticks out, which is very pretty because it's tone on tone. We're going to look at wallpaper. Wallpaper is very confusing to most people because the selections are really endless and it's just hard to visualize. So it's nice to be able to pick the ones that we like and then present it to a client without overwhelming them. But here is essentially how you do wallpaper. There is one that's really beautiful because it's plaster. So this is all, believe it or not, wallpaper that's made out of plaster. And it's a family business that does this, and they're all artisans and they do it by hand. So believe it or not, this is literally plaster, and instead of plastering your walls, you just wallpaper. Now I'm going to take you downstairs because this showroom is next level. Every time I come here, I want to throw everything I own out. Start new. So if you think that only happens to you guys, it happens to everybody. Watch. Holy moly. God, I love everything. Love, love, love. Even the decor items are just too good. This is why I say less is more. Just buy one beautiful piece and nothing else, and you're set. Nothing in this showroom is overly done or overly decorated, and it just looks like perfection. They have really interesting lighting, probably some of the best you've ever seen. These are all done by different artists, and this is just incredible. Speechless. Now, most of the pieces are made in the US. What is this craziness? Oh my God, I love it. Something like that.
Oh yeah, I'll get you a tear sheet out.
But it needs to be round.
These were what I was thinking of. Let me show you. They're over here. These are
okay.
Individually.
Okay, this room caught my eye. Love this coffee table with the wood base. How gorgeous is that? And take a look at this sculpture. These sculptures, I'm actually looking for something like this for a client. They're done by an artist in San Diego, and they're beautiful. It just makes the room. And what you think of them. And again, another beautiful piece of light. To me, lighting is jewel. Like, it just, you need, if you put nothing else, just put great lighting, and then you could put a folding chair, a director's chair, and you're done. I mean, it just looks phenomenal. This is the coffee table we just put in a client's home. This one. And they can come in a variety of colorways. Like the very famous mid-century lamp, the Apollo. Now here is a wallpaper that I think is absolutely phenomenal. You can barely see it. And that's what's so pretty about it. It is a forest. So pretty. To show you something else, these are wall sconces, but what's important is how they shine the light. So as you can see, the light is really reflected upon the wall, and it creates that beautiful dome around it. So when buying lights, sconces especially, we want to make sure where the source of the light is and where it's going to have an impact. And this looks really nice. I'm sure in the evening even more so, because it sort of magnifies the sconce. Howdy do. So I just worked out, and it was a hard workout, I have to say. And I appreciate that because summer is around the corner, guys. I cannot believe it. I feel like it was Christmas yesterday, and now it's already summer. So good workout. I'm going to get Botox now with Dr. Roya. You guys have seen me go to her before. I feel like my forehead is moving too much, and do I like a stiff forehead? No, but is it going to prevent me from getting wrinkles? Yes. And how long have I been doing Botox? I'm very open and honest about it, and I can tell you that I was in my 30s when I was getting Botox, which was like a new thing. So, newish, I guess. I don't know. I was in my 30s, and I always got Botox as a preventative measure so that I wouldn't get these deep lines, frown lines. So I'm excited to do that. And then we're going to meet up a client to pick tiling for her floor. It's going to be a beautiful project. And it's for a primary bathroom, and the bathroom is going to be next level. So I will definitely show you when we're installing and, you know, everything that we did in this particular bathroom in this particular house. And today we're going to go somewhere new to find tile. So you guys will get a sense of what's happening in the market in terms of tile, because, you know, for a while it has been slab, 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 slab everywhere, which I appreciate. But now people are getting more interested in installing tile, which is going to be great, especially for a bathroom floor. So off we go.
We're in the office and we're going to do a little numbing cream because this girl likes numbing cream. And numbing cream is my friend.
We're at Emser Tile in West Hollywood. In my opinion, they have the biggest selection of tile. Not slabs, but tile, which I appreciate. So let's take a look around. These are actually doing quite well. And then if you need smaller sizes, they've got them. I love this black fluting, guys. Look at that. Nice. That is very chic. Wow, this is absolutely stunning. $65 a square foot. Expensive, but for a certain area, this could be very cool. Guys, I promised you a makeup tutorial. I have some brand new things that I got from Sephora, and I wanted to show you how I'm doing my face, how I do my skin prep, and here we go. So, first and foremost, there are products in your sunscreen that are prohibitive in the United States. So, if you buy sunscreen, you must purchase them from outside the US. Otherwise, you are going to get, and I'll link everything that I'm using so you don't have to stress about what it is, and then you can look at it later. If you are purchasing your sunscreen from only the United States and not imported, you are going to get wrinkles and nothing is going to help you. So I use a combination because I want to make sure that I have the UVA, UVB, and zinc. This is super important. So I have UVA, UVB, I've got my zinc, and then I've got my oil, which I will not live without. I rub these things together. If I don't do this prep, I will not leave the house. If I don't wear any makeup, I at least do this. And look, I am white as a ghost, as you can see, but I don't care because your makeup will cover all the zinc. And by the way, I even put it on my eyes. It does not sting my eyes, this combination. And I don't forget the neck. Okay, the first thing I do is I get my Monica blender out and I'm using my hourglass. And I'm looking in my other mirror so that I can make sure I am applying this perfectly. This cover is so good that what ends up happening is that it just makes your skin look absolutely flawless. And so what I like to do is I like to dab it on. You want to dab versus pull as much as you can, because the more you pull your skin, the more you will lose elasticity and the worse it'll be over time. Now I also dab this on my eyelid and under my eyes. And this does not sting my eye. This is completely natural product, so it doesn't. There's my skin. Make sure that you're subscribed because I'm going to be showing you my nighttime routine on TikTok, because I get stopped at least 1 to 2 times, I'm not even joking, if I'm out, regarding my skin and what products I am using. So I am doing something right, and you can see, you know, I'm 52, that my skin is in really good condition, and I'm gonna give you guys all the secrets, and I'm gonna show you what products I'm using right now that are working so well. Next thing I do is I take my darker shade of my Monica blender and I create, again by dabbing, what would be a shadow. This is in lieu of bronzing powder, because powder at this age does nobody any good unless it's your T-zones. So I'd rather use cream formulas any day of the week. Every time I switch to powder, I regret it. I absolutely regret it, because it eventually, in an hour or 2, turns into garbage, and it just starts to crack. I don't care what anybody says. Setting your makeup as a 50-year-old or a 40-year-old after your 40s is a bad idea. Do not deep bake. I look frightening, but not to scare you guys, I'm gonna do my lips first. So I'm gonna tell you what color this is so that there is no mistake anywhere. Caffeine. I like the name. Again, as you can see, I do a heart shape. I even cut down into the corners, and then I go short on the corners. This is critical. I'm gonna use my new Armani lipstick. This was gifted for full transparency, but who can resist Armani gift, right? MG. First time I've used this. I'm dying. Guys, you need this lipstick. Wow. Okay, for my eyebrows, I try and make them even. I wasn't born with even eyes or eyebrows, and nobody is. So I try and make my face look as symmetrical as possible. And this eyebrow is lower than this one has better definition, and so you just have to fudge it, and you just have to go back and forth until you get the perfect brow. But in any event, I need to fill them in, and I'm going to use my tried and true method, which I have been using forever. And every time I try something new, I tend to go back to this MAC product. And I find that it just, first of all, lasts forever. All you need is 1 pot of it, and you're done. It'll last you, I don't know, 2 years, even longer, even if you did your eyebrows daily, because you just need a tiny bit on the pencil. And so as you can see, now I'm gonna make the other one equal to this. This one needs a little bit more work, but I have studied my brows, and that's what you guys need to do. You just need to stare at them and try and make them as similar to each other as possible. Not necessarily follow your brow line, but follow the symmetry. Brush them up and just fill them in. And voila, I did microblading. I did that one time, and that is what really helped me figure out the shape, and then I just stuck to it. So now I'm going to set my eyebrows up so that they look a little more natural. Okay, so those are my eyebrows. Now I'm gonna do my shadow. I hate this part, I have to say. I hate doing my shadow. Why? It's work. It's a lot of work. Okay, I'm gonna use my Mario palette. This is a gorgeous one, even more so than Master Mattes in my opinion. And you just want to, I'm gonna do a very easy, light, everyday look. I don't wanna overkill. So I'm gonna put the lightest color in this all over the upper lid. Once I do that, I like to take my neutral color. This is from Anastasia. I bought a single pack, and that's why it's tiny. And I like to go over my top lid with this color. But what that does is it makes my upper lid look more open and wider, because as you age, your skin tends to droop down, and I want to define this as much as possible. So it looks like my eyes are bigger and more youthful. Voila. I will take my crease brush, and this is a pointy cone. I'm going to dip it and dab, and I'm going to stretch it out here in the corner of the eye. Why? Because it lifts the eye. You always want to lift your eye. And for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to do my right eye, and then I'm going to show you how this eye looks so much more elevated than this eye. Just from doing the smallest amount of an upward, basically, shadow. This is just shadow, not even a liner. Do you see that? Sad, happy, low, high. So that just looks, to me, like an open eye and much more beautiful. And then I'm going to take my Fenty liner, which is the best eyeliner I have used. And I'm just going to pull it out a little bit, and then I'm going to just fill it in. I don't use a harsh black color, even though I have black hair or dark brown and I have black eyelashes, because I want it to be more of a natural look. Okay, so notice this side and notice this side. Now, if I hadn't done my cheeks, it would look even more dramatic, because doing your cheeks higher up and doing this lifts half the face. So for aging skin, this is how you need to do it. Then we're gonna do my favorite concealer of all time, and you're not gonna wanna do the middle. I've already talked about this. If you do the middle, what'll happen is that it'll crease more and it'll show more. So you just want to concentrate on the inner corner and the outer corner, and then you follow the line that we created. Do you guys see how that even accentuated it more? And then you just dab the whole area to make it more consistent. And you go a little bit lower. Look at the difference here and here. Here and here, right? This is where the good news comes in. I found the best new product. I tried it on at Sephora. New brand, meaning they're new into makeup, and they are phenomenal. Okay, so you always want to look down as you do this. Don't pinch your skin. I was scared forever and ever and ever and ever because I pinched my skin once, but now I am good to go. Look at the difference. I mean, it's phenomenal what makeup can do. And this is the #1 product, the #1 discovery I have made. Can you guys see this? Gooch, Gucci gooch. This is the bomb. Watch. Wiggle at the bottom, wiggle, 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 wiggle. Individualized. This is the kind of mascara that doesn't get goopy and clumpy, which I hate more than anything. Reminds me of Tammy Faye. I just think it looks so awful when that happens. So this is now my second coat. This is a buildable one. And you can't tell me that there isn't a huge difference. You can't. This is undeniably my favorite mascara right now. So, 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 so good. Okay, I'm gonna do the other eye. I'll be back. Okay, both eyes done. Both of them stretched. And now I'm gonna do my highlighter. I like only liquid highlighters. I've tried powder highlighters. They're okay. Some of them are better than others. And they travel well, so sure, we still need them. But liquid to me, remember what I said, everything has to be in cream format. Did I do the nose? Okay, so now I'm gonna do the nose. I like to use my hands a lot because I feel like A, you're not wasting so much product because it just goes into the sponge and so forth. And it just gives you a warmer glow. Now, we're going to do our new Sephora, I purchased this, blush, Rare Beauty. Again, I will link the colors. And this is just beautiful. So blush right now in all the fashion shows, all the big makeup artists are placing them right here. A good big concentration right here on the sort of top quadrant of your cheekbone. Not down here, not down here, not down here, only up here where you see me. But I like to do a double cream application. Yep, I do. So I like combining these two colors. It just so happened that way. And right now I want to use this blush brush. You can do your fingers, you can do the brush, whatever makes you happy. But the key to great makeup, by the way, is using a beautiful clean brush and blending. That is the difference between a professional makeup job and a DIY project. That is something I learned from probably Benjamin Bucky. He's a very well-known makeup artist. And he works with clé de peau, which is why I actually love my clé de peau brush. I mean, he works with lots of different makeup brands, but I met him at a clé de peau event, and he is phenomenal. Anyway, this is it. Guys, this is my look. If you have a T-zone, I do recommend the Kosas powder. I have a tiny bit of a T-zone, so that is the only reason I'm applying powder, clean brush, and I only apply it right here where I might get oily. Right here, and right here. Basically your T-zone. Nowhere else, because otherwise you will look dry and dreadful. The oils here will come back out and my face will look hydrated no matter what. Now, what you want to do at the very end is you want to take your airbrush flawless spray. I've had this for so long, and look, and I use it daily and I still have a ton left. Charlotte Tilbury, a must. And now my makeup is fresh. It's even more natural in person. On camera, for some reason, it looks like I'm wearing a ton of makeup, but you guys saw I just used very light, dewy colors. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you want more tutorial. I can do an evening look. This is just a quick look, but there is so much more that I can teach you that will really define your face, make your face look more youthful, and you feeling better, which is really what it's about. Bye.